Hello, and welcome to the virtual open house for your students' 2020 year. I am Megan Dawson, and I'm going to take you through some of the essential information that you'd like to know about AP Rhetoric. So, congratulations to your child on deciding to take a challenging course that will transform the way they think and talk about argumentation. AP Rhetoric is the art of persuasive speaking or writing. So this course is really designed to help your student become more aware of the interactions among a writer's purpose, audience, and subject. This will not only transform the way they read, but I think also transform the way they argue with you, watch a TV show, listen to music. I think it's really an essential course for a young adult. And if things go well, this course can also earn them college credit if that's something that they are interested in and want to work on this year. So a little bit about myself. I live with my husband in Elmhurst, which is also where I grew up. I'm a graduate of York High School. This is my 8th year in the classroom and my 3rd year at LT. I also grew up in Western Springs, spending a lot of time training as an Irish dancer, so I'm no stranger to this area. I graduated from St. Louis University, and I'm currently getting my master's in teacher leadership at Elmhurst College. A little bit about the course this year. I'll give a brief overview. There's so much to say, but we have essentially 6 units, and we're starting the year with a college essay unit in which I'm helping students write narratively to craft an argument about why they should be admitted to a college of their choice. And this is typically a really popular unit because students feel like it really helps them take care of something very practical at the beginning of the school year. Then we'll read 1984, Siddhartha, Hamlet, Behind the Beautiful Forevers, and then by the time we finish that text, we will be preparing for that AP exam that they will take in mid-May, and in those last 2 weeks, we'll take a look at satire before your student will graduate and move on from Lyons Township. So I wanted to go over some of the conditions I have in my classroom for learning, and of the utmost importance is respect and emotional safety. This is paramount to your students' ability to be able to learn in my classroom. So I stress at the beginning of the year that we need to treat each other with respect and remember that we are all people just trying our best. There is a lot of work in this course. I do ask students to read and write. I shouldn't say constantly, but certainly routinely. This is to make sure they are able to progress in their learning. And this will take place over time. This certainly will happen throughout the year. And there will be times when they might feel like they need more practice or they might need a revision or a retake. And that's why I put that stipulation there that this course requires a lot of time because writing is a process. The relationship between reading and writing are intertwined, so what your student is reading should inform what they are writing about and help them to grow in their writing. And of course, I want to make sure students feel engaged and feel that this work is meaningful and relevant to their lives. So that's very important to me that your student feels like what we're doing here is purposeful and connected to their individual needs. Practice is practice, so there's several assignments in here that are practice, which we call formative, and they'll have several opportunities to write and tweak and fix things before that assignment goes in the gradebook as a summative grade. Revisions and retakes are available, and I am also available to help with those during my office hours or during class time if it's appropriate. Most grades in this course are performance tasks. So it's an English class. We write, we read, we speak, and we listen. And especially with the challenges of remote learning this year, most of our assignments are writing because quizzes and things of that nature are not as practical during online learning. For AP Rhetoric, there's 4 things that we really work on. So we read and analyze nonfiction texts at a college level. We write rhetorical analyses to hone our deep reading and analysis skills. We write arguments using self-generated evidence, meaning, how do you feel about X, Y, and Z? You'll take a stance and then use evidence from your own life to support it. or from your own knowledge. And we also will write arguments using evidence from nonfiction texts and visuals. So same thing, how do you feel about X, Y, and Z? And then you'll write it, take a stance on that, and you will support that stance using a variety of articles or images. So those 4 skills will be targeted throughout the year so that your student can feel confident taking the AP exam in May. I strongly encourage all students to take this exam because this course is designed to prepare them for that exam. So if they are doing the work with fidelity and committed to earning college credit, then I think that this is a great idea for all students. The deadline for this decision is November 6th. So you certainly have time to talk this over with your student, and the exam is Wednesday, May 12th. What am I doing differently this year? So as many things in 2020, it has been a challenging year, but we're fortunate to have a lot of great technology to help us stay connected and try to maintain that classroom community. As you know, your students are meeting with me via Zoom, and we're doing a lot of work in Google that allows for collaboration. But the essential thing that you may want to check in on is the Canvas homepage, because that houses our course work, our learning targets, everything that we are up to. So you have the ability to access that and see what your student is doing. How can you help your students? So there's 3 bigger suggestions that I am going to talk about right now. Reading. So encourage your student to read nightly, especially their work for any of their courses, or if you're really lucky, maybe they want to read for pleasure as well. You are more than welcome to read the course text that we are talking about too, and I think that can help your student have a sounding board at home to talk about some of the ideas we discuss in class. Having said that, I think one of the challenges of this year is that your student's school will live on their personal device. So they kind of have school at their fingertips very readily at any moment in time. And I really don't want your student to feel like they are constantly in school. They need to have a balance between school time and personal time. So certainly suggest that they take breaks from their screen and that they do things away from their computer so that they do not get bogged down with that constant pressure of school. And finally, self-advocacy. I really think as seniors, students should try to take ownership of the communication between themselves and their school, but I think it's a great idea for you to also be involved in that communication. So definitely tell your student to email us or to email myself when they are struggling in a course, or even if they just want to talk to me about anything. And they can certainly copy you on emails as well so that you are in the loop about what's going on in this course too. I'd like to close and just saying I'm really excited. This year has been really fun so far for me in a way that I didn't expect it to be, and your students are all really attentive, excited, and ready to learn. So I'm very fortunate to have a great group of kids in AP Rhetoric, and please contact me if there's anything I can do for you or your student this year. Thank you so much.